Police were called to a forest clearing in South Haven, Michigan for a car fire. They were shocked to find not only a destroyed car, but a burned body under a tree.
I took a flashlight, the gas and the lighter back to where he was. Put a trail of gas to light from a distance, a couple feet away. Poured more gas on him. Lit another path. Lit that. He went up. He ignited, went up in flames.
Justin slowly begins to realize that he just threw his life away for a woman who was in love with another man. He was just her pawn to get it done.
Goofy.
I was down on my looking to hit me a lick, ready to get into some since I was legit. I had big dreams of getting rich. Now we leveling up in this. Take a look at my kicks. You know we stepping on toughest nigga. First one to get hit, don't make me send a blitz. My head is itching for it. Hollow to split like a list, but wait. Whoa.
Oh, now what's the motherfucking deal? Welcome back to Sheldon's Bootleg Ass Studio, where we come to kick it, vibe out, and shoot the shit with Sheldon. I really appreciate each and every last one of y'all for pulling up. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead and get up into this video of today. Yeah, title reads, Evil Boyfriend Realizes His Life is Over. Let's get up into it, see what's going down. Make sure that like button is lit. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Trigger warning, I will be stopping this video, pausing and interjecting and shooting the shit. If you don't want to hear me commentating over this video, I advise you to just jump off my video and continue on living your life. Because if you jump in my comment section trolling, telling me what I need to be doing and what I don't need to be doing, I'm subject to get on your dog ass, indubitably. But for those who are here to kick it, vibe out, and shoot the shit with Sheldon, I really do appreciate you. Make sure that like button is lit, subscribe to the channel. Let's not waste no more time. Let's go ahead and get up into this video right now.
If you ain't fucking with my nigga Sheldon, nigga, fuck you. Yeah.
When the police were called to a forest clearing in South Haven, Michigan for a car fire, they were shocked to find not only a destroyed car, but a burned body under a tree. The body had been duct taped around the head and the mouth, and the person's arms had been duct taped behind their back. The police were able to identify the body through dental records as 25-year-old Brandon Silverlight. The first person the police spoke with was Brandon's ex-girlfriend, 22-year-old Allison Martin. Allison claimed that she hadn't spoken with him in over a year, and that he was a terrible boyfriend. Without her knowledge, the police investigated her phone record.
So the ex-girlfriend got her new boyfriend to do that to the ex-boyfriend.
And found that she had been around the car right around the time.
What kind of peon you gotta be to do that, though? To get your girl to pump your head up to kill her ex-boyfriend, you got to be a super square lame-ass dude.
It had been set on fire. They also found text messages where Allison was messaging Brandon repeatedly, asking him to come meet her. With this information, the police went to Allison's home with a hidden microphone and confronted her.
You know that he went missing on Friday night. Okay, and he was going to, he told his wife that he was going to go do some gaming, with that game that he plays, okay, and that he was going to meet someone. Do you have any idea as to who he was going to meet that night when he left the house?
My old lady ain't going for it. Who is this person you done met, and why is you going to meet him? Why y'all can't play the game like y'all been playing the game online in the comfort of your own home? Why all of a sudden y'all trying to go meet up and shit? Yeah, that would have rose all kind of red flags. Ain't no way.
I don't know right now. Because he's such a, type of person. He's so secluded and, he's a web of lies and you'd never know what to believe that comes out of his mouth.
Yeah. However, we do have to talk about his disappearance. And we know that you've not been honest with us.
Okay.
We know a lot that you haven't been honest with us. Okay. And we know.
Do I need a lawyer?
Well, you know what?
Smart.
That is your prerogative. Okay. If you know whether or not you need a lawyer. If that's what you feel you need.
Because I feel like this is turned into an interrogation, and
Well, let me tell you. Can I tell you what we know? How about if I tell you what we know? Is that fair?
That's fine.
But what we do know is this. We know that you were in South Haven on Friday night, Saturday morning. We know that from your cell phone records because and we also know that you were texting him, I think you had 15 times. You texted him 15 times on Friday night, and you text him 2 minutes before he left the house. He texts you back, and honestly,
You can't do that. That's an invasion of privacy.
we have search warrants. We have court orders. Court orders.
It's not invasion.
We already know.
Yes, it is. It's an invasion of privacy.
Ma'am, I'm going to tell you right now.
She mad because she got caught. Oh, man.
I want a lawyer. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Get out of my house now. I want a lawyer.
Very fine. That's fine. We'll leave.
Fine. Get out of my house. I want a lawyer.
You know what, Allison? Quite honestly, you need a lawyer, and you better get a very good one.
The investigation into Brandon's death continued.
That was his way of jabbing back at her before he got up out of there. While she was being rude to kick him out, he couldn't just take it and just be like, okay, well, let's get up out of here and just continue on with the investigation. Now he had to get something off himself. Yeah, you better get one, God damn it, because you're going to need it.
The police decided to interview Allison's fiancé, 24-year-old Justin Terpstra. The first thing they noticed were the burn marks on Justin's arms. After spending some time with him and using some of their interrogation techniques, Justin begins telling some of the truth. He explains that Allison told him Brandon had been abusive towards her while they were together, and now he was stalking her because he desperately wanted to get back with her. She told him that she was in fear for her life, so Justin did what he had to do to protect her, and she had no part in it. The detectives listened to his story for now, but soon they will find out that not only was Allison a part of it, but she masterminded the whole plan.
I had been using Allison's phone, pretending to be her, while I talked to him to try to persuade him to meet me. If I can't get him to come to me, then I'll go to him. Using what I knew about him and his sexual tendencies, I persuaded him to meet with me as her.
Okay. What do you mean by, when you say his sexual tendencies, what's your...
From what I understood, that he was a panty chaser.
Okay.
And he liked,
Where did you get your information from?
Well, this is all from Allison.
Okay. All right.
She had
That boy like them draws, dog.
told me about him after the first time he had contacted her.
Penny
Shortly
chasing.
after we had gotten together.
Okay.
It upset her. I mean, she texted back with him a few times. I'm not exactly sure what she had told him, but she's not a very aggressive person. I got pretty jealous about it.
Okay.
And then, as I started to check her phone when she wasn't around, basically, when she was sleeping, taking a shower, I would go through her phone and make sure she wasn't talking to anybody. And it just so happened that one time that she was sleeping, she wasn't around.
I ain't going through no phone, bro.
Her phone,
I ain't doing it.
her phone buzzed.
I'll find out. Whatever is gonna come to surface some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it pop up on the phone while I'm just so happen to be looking at the phone for whatever reason, then you know what I'm saying, I ain't actively searching for it though.
Happened to be him, so started playing this game with him, trying to get you're not gonna mess with my woman. When I knew I couldn't get him to come to Kalamazoo, I'd have to, if I wanted to settle this, I'd have to go to him. And at this point, with everything that he had said to me, thinking I'm her, it boiled up. And see, I was playing along with it, so I mean, it's, he would text something sexual or whatever, how he, would miss getting it on with Allison, and I'd text her back, playing along with it, and it would sometimes it'd get pretty explicit, and, I'd play along so that it wouldn't tip him off to anything, but it just, it ate me up inside. Told her that, I'm gonna get rid of this guy.
What kind of delusion do you have to be to sit there and piss your own self off by texting your current girlfriend's ex as her and texting about cheating on you? Still makes sense.
Okay, so when you say you gotta go, you're gonna get rid of him.
You know you doing it though. You know you doing it for a purpose, but yet and still you still get upset. Delusional.
In my mind, I was going to kill him. I didn't tell her that right off the bat.
What'd she say about it?
She didn't want me to go through with it, and I told her it had to be done.
So you lured him to South Haven. How'd you get him there? Where did you have him
See, she knows the territory, so I told her to have him meet her somewhere close and follow her back to her parents' travel trailer. I mean, I had him convinced that he was, that he was going to meet Allison, for, to have a good time.
Then what happened?
I hit him with the log.
He ever see you?
He didn't notice until I hit him that first time.
Where did you hit him?
I tried to hit him, but I must have caught him on the shoulder because it wasn't a solid hit, because if I would have caught him, he probably would have got knocked out.
So it didn't knock him out?
No.
So then what happened?
I swung 3-4 times, and when he was stumbling around, after the third or fourth time hitting him, I grabbed him up and got him in a chokehold, and we ended up wrestling around, and he finally passed out.
I wish he would have whooped your ass.
So I let him go. I jumped up. I grabbed a roll of duct tape that I had set next to the steps. I taped up his hands.
How'd you tape up his hands?
Behind his back. At that point, I was pretty satisfied that he was restrained enough. And I went and I searched his pockets. I looked through his wallet. Took his car keys, got into his car. Did a quick overview of what was in there. I put him in the trunk.
What y'all think his old lady gonna say, or how she gonna feel knowing that he was on his way to go cheat on her, but ended up losing his life? Do you think she gonna be like, oh well, he shouldn't have been trying to cheat on me, or you think she gonna be sad, or both?
Went back over the patio and everything. There was some rocks that were kicked askew, and I tried to sweep them back up underneath the trailer. Basically did a walkthrough, made sure I didn't drop anything or leave anything laying around. And I got in his car, and we pulled out of the trailer, the trailer park. And I wanted to take him a decent way from the road, but, I didn't see it was necessary to take him miles into the woods,
What was he trying to say?
Mostly he was trying to he was pleading for me to take the tape off his mouth so that he could, please. He kept saying please. And I told him there's no point. I want him to feel pain before he died. I first stabbed him in his left.
Did he respond to that?
Oh yeah. Stabbed him several times in the legs. At one point I was satisfied that he had felt enough pain. And then alright, I'm done here. I wanted to get out of there.
Easy.
I told him that he would never be able to hurt anyone ever again. I took a flashlight, the gas and the lighter back to where he was. Put a trail of gas to light from a distance, a couple feet away. Poured more gas on him. Lit another path. Lit that. He went up. He ignited, went up in flames. When she wanted to know why, I let her know that, he had hurt you in the past, and now he's trying to, hook up with you. And at this point, I knew that he was dipping out on his wife, and he had been dipping out on his wife, and who else was he dipping out on his wife with? That's just not a good guy.
So you took it into your own hands. You lured this man, you enticed this man, and all this. Come on now.
I knew about his past. I knew that he had once been a teacher and used to use that to take advantage of girls. In my mind, this was just not a.
Did he really?
Not a good character. Anyone that he ever
Or
heard.
is he just saying this to garner sympathy to justify his actions?
I was going to justify their pain.
Because Allison lied to Justin about Brandon, he believed that Brandon was a terrible person who would cheat on his wife and take advantage of any woman he could find.
Well, he would cheat on his wife. That part is true.
So physically and emotionally abuse these women. What Justin doesn't know is that Brandon is nothing like Allison described him to be. Justin was in an open marriage with the woman of his dreams. He was very happy. He never stalked Allison begging her to take him back.
Oh, so his old lady wasn't even tripping on him going out there to get some of that cat. Okay.
In fact, it was Allison who stalked him, to the point that he had to get a restraining order against her. With the confession out of the way, the detectives tell Justin about the evidence they have that shows that Allison was involved. Justin immediately changes his story, and he adds that Allison was with him, but only because he made her tag along, and she didn't help him at all.
What you're telling us is pretty consistent with what Allison told. But Allison actually admitted to Sean that she stabbed him once. Twice. That she couldn't do it anymore. But then she couldn't do it anymore. She actually said that. What about this? This is the scenario that I really think is what brought this all to a boiling point. Like I said before, the fact that she has HPV, she has a precancerous condition, she's pregnant, she loses a baby, and he's texting her saying his wife is pregnant and going to have a baby.
She mad, she jealous, she hot. She can't
That didn't
conceive.
sound well, did it?
No, it didn't.
So that
comes into play.
That's quite a bit of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they can have a kid and you can't. Your baby, you lose your baby and they're going to have one. Isn't that really and truly what this is all about?
That's wild.
And partly, yeah. And Allison is upset too. And she's upset because she can't have a baby and she has this HPV, and although she may not be as responsible for the injuries, it's not like you originally said that you threatened her. She wanted some revenge too, didn't she?
I believe she would. I believe that she stabbed him twice. And I believe that she dropped the knife and said, I can't do this. No matter how hard I'm hurt by him, no matter how much he deserves this, I can't do it.
You guys both went there with the intentions on killing him, and there's no doubt about that. And that she did in fact stab him. It's just a question at what part in this did she stab him? Did she stab him first? Because I believe that's what she told Sean, was that she stabbed him twice.
And dropped the knife. That's how the other knife ends up there.
So just tell us, I mean, she's already admitted that, so, and you know we're not making it up because it's the truth, and we haven't told you, we have not been dishonest with you about anything, Justin. And so just tell us about that. You can't tell us she did it?
I can't. I'm going down for this. I told her she had to stab him.
No, you know what?
This man doing anything he can to save the love of his life. Fool, she don't love you. She don't, bro, because if she was all into you, she wouldn't have been doing all of the shit that she was doing to her ex, stalking him, being jealous of him, checking on him, he needing a restraining order against her. No, bro. It would have been all about you and what y'all got going on. She wouldn't have gave a damn about him having a baby. She wouldn't have been jealous about none of that. She would have been so worried about y'all and y'all losing y'all baby. Y'all probably would have been sad about it. Y'all would have been trying to make another baby. She would have been pouring everything into you. So you sitting here trying to save this woman is baffling. She don't love you, bro. She's a manipulating fool. Like, damn, and you a fool too.
Okay, all right, you said how about it? Okay, it's a great try. Okay, you know what? It's really a great try, okay? And I know that it breaks your heart. But she let the cat out of the bag. She did.
Yeah, but she had to.
So let's just...
She couldn't take it.
I can't do it.
Justin implies that yes, Allison used the knife on Brandon, but he can't get himself to say it out loud. At this point, the detectives have nothing else to say to Justin, but he has a few more questions for them before they end the interrogation.
So she has been charged.
She's been charged.
What has she been charged with?
She's been charged with open murder and conspiracy to commit murder.
Have I been charged?
There is a warrant for your arrest for the same thing. When we say you've been charged, she is here. She's in
this building.
Yes, she has been.
And there's no way that I can save her.
No.
Now you have a confession.
No.
Yes. So there's no point in me trying to take anything to trial.
We can't give you legal advice.
No.
You know, you're gonna get an attorney assigned to you tomorrow, and then you'll meet with that attorney, and then I'm not kidding you when I tell you that her attorney called 2 days after and was trying to work a deal. Okay,
Pre-charged.
So, before the charges were even issued. So you need to think about that.
I've never heard of that.
Okay, will her attorney get all this information about my confession?
It's called through discovery, yes.
Yeah.
No.
As well as your attorney will get everything through of hers.
Yeah.
What it boils down to is that I'm obviously never getting out of prison.
No, sir.
But during our stay, because we were involved in the same case, will they prevent contact between us?
You get no special privileges, sir. You are in jail on your way to prison for the rest of your life, bro. You will never see that woman again in person, bro. No. Never, ever, ever. It's over with. Y'all should have thought long and hard about that before y'all set all of this bullshit up. Because y'all could have had each other happily ever after. She don't love you, and you obviously too goofy to see that.
Let's say, I get convicted, she gets convicted, and she's doing her time in a woman's prison. I'm doing my time in a man's prison. Now, I know that it's not against the rules to write to someone in a woman's prison, but since we are involved in the same crime,
That would be DOC rules, that's not my rules.
right. We are now tied together deeper than anything could tie us.
Oh, yeah.
Because of this.
But now y'all can't see each other ever again.
I'm not even 25 yet. I don't turn 25 for another 12 days.
Should have thought about it. Threw your life away.
So, it's going to be a long time going through this shit. And I still love her, and apparently I'm getting the feeling she still loves me. And I'm just wondering, because if we won't be able to contact, yeah, we'll have our families, but, we're still tied together. So, it would be able, at least be
What
able
is he doing? He's trying to, in his mind, justify. What is he trying to fix in his mind? What is he saying all this for? He just talking bullshit, bro. Now we're just tired together more than anything. We still have our family. I'm not even 25, But now we're tied deeper together than any. What? Bro, what is you talking about? We'll at least be. I know it's not against the rules to write each other from other prisons, and bro, you will never see this woman again. You trying to ask them, can I see her? Can I get a hug? Can I get some sugar? You can't. It's not happening.
right back and forth to each other. Maybe we can. I know it's not against the rules to write other inmates. Because I'd
What do you want them to say?
On the first bit, I'd have buddies that I've locked with for a year and a half, go to a different joint, stay corresponding, and that there's female prisoners.
He wants them to say, yeah, buddy, you'll get the writer. Matter of fact, you will get to see her. Y'all have conjugal visits. Shut the fuck up.
Some I'll get, and they correspond with other male prisoners.
Before they end the interrogation, the detectives are going to give it one last try to get Justin to admit that Allison played a much bigger role than he previously admitted to.
When we were talking about Allison's participation and stuff, and you sat there and you said, well, how about, it's kind of like, well, will you buy this? And
right.
It was a little lighthearted, but in all honesty, we need to know Allison's participation. We know, there's no doubt with the text and the other things that have gone on that she helped you plan this. She's every bit as angry as you are. And I think you're angry, but I think she's more angry than you are. And I think that anger from her transferred over to you because it was making life difficult. And so we know that she's more involved.
That anger transferred over to you because you guys are so tied in together. He trying to play in on her on old boy emotions and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He gonna use his logic against him.
Involved in it than you are initially. Yes, you primarily carried it out, but she's every bit as guilty as you are. And it, quite honestly, it doesn't even matter. if she stabbed him or not. The bottom line is, it's all premeditated. She participated in luring him there. It's just like the example that I always use is that if him and I rob a bank, I'm the driver, he goes in and robs a place, I'm the driver, I don't even go in. I'm just as guilty as he is for bank robbery.
No, we were both being charged with open murder and conspiracy to commit murder.
Yes, sir.
What does that carry?
Well, it depends. Open murder leaves the jury the opportunity, or judge or jury, whichever way you prefer to go, the opportunity to come back with either guilty of first-degree murder, or guilty of second-degree murder. That just gives them the option, okay? And that's why we charge that way. We don't charge specific first degree. We charge it open murder so that the jury can come back however they think, whatever they think.
Y'all do it that way so that you don't lose the case. It's pretty much vague in such a sense. Because if you just charge first degree murder and they find him not guilty of first degree murder but guilty of second degree murder, then you just lost. So y'all charge open murder, so that way it can fall either way and the jury can decide. And that way, if it falls on either one of them, then, hey, you get your conviction. Yeah, goofies.
It's appropriate. Okay?
That's what y'all do.
So let's talk about the text. Those came from Allison, right?
Yes.
Thank you. And in regards to
so
the
it
plan
really was
setup,
Allison.
she was doing all that texting.
She was doing the texting on my influence.
Here he goes.
You were telling her what to say.
I wasn't telling her what to say. I just told her to play his game and convince him to meet us.
Okay. She sent the messages without being intimidated, correct?
Correct.
Okay, you did not threaten her, did you?
No.
Okay. How many times did she stab him?
Yes.
Yes.
Did she inflict any other injury?
How many times did she stab him? Yes.
Did she use the club on him at all? Did she kick him? Did she do anything else?
No.
Did she speak to him, Jay? Did she say why? Did she tell him why this was happening to him? You spoke to him, and you made it clear. Did she say why?
Basically, she said something along the lines that, doesn't it hurt when someone else has control over you?
Justin was blindly in love with Allison, to the point where he believed everything she said and would do anything she asked him to do. The detectives will now reveal to him that Allison has a history of stalking her ex-boyfriends, and she is very good at manipulating and lying to get
So his ass was going to be next.
what she wants. Justin slowly begins to realize that he just threw his life away for a woman who was in love with another man, and he was just her pawn to get it done.
Goofy, as I just mentioned. Now, where is her interrogation?
You don't have to kill somebody to make them leave you alone. Okay? There's these things called personal protection orders, of which she's very familiar with because Sean put one on her. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know.
Okay.
She did. He did, because she was stalking him, harassing. He had a personal protection order against her.
Sean.
He ought to feel
Sean, I'm sorry.
like the smallest thing on earth. He ought to be shrinking down to a decimal right now.
I'm sorry. Brandon did. Because she was obsessed. Remember we talked about those police reports? She was stalking him.
Readily admitted to the Kalamazoo City officer that she was obsessed with him. This was December of 07.
She thinks that Brandon's happy, and Brandon now is having a child, and that she was just jealous of that whole entire situation.
I don't know, maybe I can't remember. I don't know if maybe they started dating again or something, but he was not.
So you're not even sure
It said realizing, let me read it for those who didn't read it. It said realizing he was manipulated into killing Allison's ex because she was jealous of him. That's wild. And this man had a baby on the way, and now that child will grow up without a father.
So you're not even sure that he initiated contact with her 2 months ago. You're just going by what she said.
Facts.
Correct.
So she could have made this whole thing up to get you all stirred up, mad, angry, enough to...
He realizing it is all hitting him right now, and he feel just like he is. Goofy, stupid, dumb, a dunce.
Help her carry out something.
I don't believe she would do that.
Okay.
All I can ask is your opinion on this.
You don't believe or you don't want to believe?
But with something like this, it usually gets life without, right? But even with murder one, they don't necessarily always give life without parole, right?
Murder one is life without parole.
It is.
In the end, both Allison and Justin would be found guilty of first-degree murder and sent to prison for the rest of their lives. What are your thoughts on this case? Please share them in the comments below.
Ooh, that was a goofy ass young man right there. Oh God, do not be that fella right there. Do not be that fella at all. Oh nah, man, that's crazy, bro. How do you allow your girlfriend to pump your head up to kill her ex? And how could you not even realize that she was making it all up from the jump to get you stirred up? Why would you need to kill that man in order for her to be safe? Why the police can't do that? Why won't you be like, baby, okay, man, if he come over here, then I'll handle it. But this is what we need to do. We need to go ahead and set up. We need to go holler at the police, get in order some restraining orders and all this type of other stuff. You see what I'm saying? Why she ain't do all of that? Why, if he was stalking her and doing all of the things that she claimed, because he wasn't. But you weren't smart enough to pick up on none of that. Just goofy. You just so in love. Your nose wide the hell open over this ugly ass little thing. She probably ain't got nothing to offer. Probably don't look like nothing. Cause that mugshot didn't look good. I imagine she don't look like shit. I know that mugshot don't do her no justice, but anyway, I digress. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. If you vibed all the way up to this point, I really do appreciate you. Make sure that like button is lit. Subscribe to the channel. Till next time, I'm SheldonVybez. I need y'all to be cool like the other side of the pillow. Stay light on your toes like you're supposed. Oh yeah, no.
If you ain't fucking with my nigga Sheldon, nigga, fuck you. Yeah.
Oh God.